Well, it is a huge undertaking for a country like Pakistan to be mediating a conflict between the US and Iran. Surely it does come with some risks, but I think there's a strong feeling that these risks are worth taking. Pakistan is in a unique position where it has a level of trust with the administration in Washington. It enjoys good relations with Iran as well as the Gulf Arab countries. There aren't too many countries around the world which can claim to be on the good side of the US as well as a close ally of China. So Pakistan has found itself in a unique position where it can facilitate messages between the two sides, and now hosting formal talks, mediation between the two sides. The risks are there, but I think overall there's an overwhelming sense that Pakistan is making an effort. Everyone hopes that it would lead to some success. But let's say even if it doesn't, the country can say we did all we could. At the moment, the reaction we've seen from around the world, from European leaders, from Asian leaders, Arab countries, everyone is appreciative of this role, and they are really hoping that this will work. So Pakistan is mediating, facilitating a dialogue. It is not necessarily exercising influence. For example, I mean, it is a middle-income country with a lot of its own economic problems, geostrategic concerns, all sorts of tension on its western border with Afghanistan, on the eastern border with India. It has its own set of problems. But as I said, Pakistan is in a unique position to bring people together. And hosting it in Islamabad is, of course, something astonishing. Nobody could have imagined maybe a year ago that Pakistan will be in this position. So it is not the influence that Pakistan is exercising. It is the goodwill it has with the various stakeholders. If at all it has influence, I think it comes from China. Even in this mediation, we know it's China which leaned on the Iranians to accept the ceasefire. The Chinese are staying in the background, putting Pakistan in the forefront of this. And when it comes to the Security Council or at the global stage, Pakistan and China are aligned because everyone understands that if this conflict goes on, if there is war, if there is violence, it can plunge the world economy. And so everybody is rooting for this effort to work. Look, everyone knew that the ceasefire will be fragile because there are some very strong positions on the side of the US, in Iran, as well as the Arab countries. But still, it is worth making an effort. And we did expect that Israel will play the role of spoiler. The amount of attacks it launched in Lebanon within few hours of the ceasefire showed how blatantly Israel can spoil the entire effort. But since then, we've seen that the US administration leaning on Israel, encouraging Israel to have negotiations with the Lebanese government, to work on a potential ceasefire, to give this entire effort a chance. So, I mean, we know that the Israeli government, if it listens to anyone, it is the US, it is Washington. And Israel did face a lot of criticism from European countries, from even Arab countries, even strong allies like the United Arab Emirates after it launched strikes on Lebanon. And I think there's a growing chorus of various countries urging that the ceasefire holds, that it paves the way for substantive talks and eventually leads to some kind of negotiated settlement.